So Unite, today we want to work out how to do time differences. Yesterday I suggested that sometimes an analog clock helps us because it's trying to give you a sense of space, how far it goes. So for example, if I was to look at 9:35, I would have a small hand going to the 9 and I would have a big hand going down to the 35. And to recognise that to go round to 5:50, all right, which is 5 over there, small hand, and then big hand pointing up to the 50, for the 9 to have gone to 5, I've had to go past 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to 5. I've gone this whole way round. I've gone through all those hours. And also from the 35 to the 50, if I was to come out here to do this one, I've gone around those minutes as well. That's the idea of an analog clock. I actually think that helps us get it a little bit easier, hopefully, than just looking at numbers, because you have to translate from the numbers into almost a sense of space of time. But today I want to show you how we might be able to do it using a calculator. And your calculator has this great key. It's this one here. It's what's called the degrees, minutes, and seconds button. Okay, it looks a bit like this. There's the degree, minutes, it looks like an apostrophe, and seconds has 2 apostrophes. We have that key or that button to make these sorts of questions easier. They get used for other things as well, but we can use it here. So let's have a look at our first one. Now, before we do it though, I need to translate the 5:50 into 24-hour time. 24-hour time means I'm adding 12 hours to it because it's in the afternoon. So my 5:50 becomes 1750 hours, all right? So you can see that there with the dot dot. So we need that because we can't just enter the number 1750, because remember, an hour finishes after 60 minutes. So let's type this in, and I hope you've got your calculator out to try it yourself and see how you go. But what we do, we can type 17, and then we hit this degrees button, and then 35, and hit the degrees button again. Now it just does it as a little circle like they're both degrees, don't worry about that. Then we can do minus, and we go back to our initial time, which was 9, so we hit the 9 degrees, and then 35. And hit that button again, and we should get an answer here that hopefully is right. 8. Guess what? Did Mr. Clark make a mistake? He did. How come you guys didn't point this out to me? Let's try 50. Let's try that. That's a better time. 8 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah? Now, if I was to do it on the clock, I'm going from 9. I'm going 10 is 1, 11 is 2, 12 is 3, 1 is 4, 2 is 5, 3 is 6, 4 is 7, 5 is 8 hours. So I've gone through 8 hours, all right? And 35 minutes to 50 minutes, hopefully you can see that's 15 minutes. So it is 8 hours and 15 minutes, all right? That's our first one. Hopefully you can see that. What about this second one? It's in 24-hour time already. Hopefully you know how to convert to 24-hour time. But we're going from 5:35, 05:35 to 16:20. All right? Now, just quickly looking at it, what do you think your answer should be near? Yeah.
12 o'clock?
Yeah. 16 minus 5? Maybe not 12, maybe 11. Yeah? Okay. So 16 minus 5 gives us 11. So it should be roughly around that 11 hours. But what do you notice about the minutes? These, you should notice, these minutes are more than these. So it's going to be less than 11 hours. Should be 10 hours and about 45 minutes. Let's see how we go when we type it in. Again, it's in 24-hour time, so we can just type 16 degrees, 20 minutes, minus, oh, hang on, Mr. Clark, don't do that yet. Hit that button again just to be sure. Minus 5 degrees, 35 minutes. Press equals 10 hours and 45 minutes. That lines up. Okay, so we can do that one and we get 10 hours, 45 minutes. You can use this sort of method if it, for example, says what's 3 hours and 10 minutes after 05:35. You can actually use the calculator in this way to add it, because it is working within our definition of a minute being only 60 seconds. So, hopefully now you guys can get in and have a go. I don't want you just relying on the calculator, Year 9. Make sure you estimate first. Notice how each time I estimate it. But also notice for the calculator, I need to convert it into the 24-hour time. All right? Often that would just be written like that, but don't forget, you press the time, the degrees, minute, second button, the time again. All right? So let's get in there and practice, practice, practice.